So, if my biggest piece of advice, just as you've said, is if you want to get promoted, hold your manager to account and get them to tell you exactly what is required.
It
So,
is.
it's literally like, and you can start it with a really, if you've never had a conversation like this with your manager, it can feel really scary. So if you want to, you can email them ahead before your one-to-one or send them a message on Slack or whatever internal messenger system you use. Send them a message and be like, in my next one-to-one, I've been reflecting and thinking about my career and my future and stuff. Can we talk about that in our next session? And any manager worth their salt, A, should have been talking to you already about these things, but B, if they haven't, will be really pleased that you're thinking like that. And they'll say, of course. And they might ask you to be a bit more specific about what you want. And it's good to give them the chance to prepare as well. We're not trying to catch each other out here. I've had that loads of times where it's felt like I was being tested with conversations, and I don't think that's a good vibe to go in with. I think it's really nice to kind of tee it up beforehand and go into this as a team.
Yeah.
So if they ask you to be more give a bit more clarity around what you want to talk about. Just say, can we talk about my future here, my paths to progression? And it's also up to you to do your own research, to look at the people above you or ahead of you and think about what route you want to be. Again, back to clarity. What do you actually want? Do you want to just look at the next step up? And is that a manager from where you are now, or do you want to actually go a totally different route and just become a subject matter expert and go sort of really deep into the particular thing that you're passionate about? Like I said, there's no right or wrong, but talk to your manager about that. And every time they give you something really vague, ask them to be specific. So ask them, say, can you be a bit more specific about what you mean there? Can you
Yeah.
give more examples of exactly what you'd like me to do, what you'd like me to see? A really good question is, can you give me specific examples of what you'd like to see me doing more of, and what you'd like me to see me doing less of to get to XYZ level, XYZ manager, whatever.
Yeah. Love it. Absolutely fantastic.